Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today it's time for the final LEGO Marvel Eternals review. This time it's set number 76156, The Rise of the Domo, with 1,040 pieces. This set retailed for $89.99 USD or $90. Impressive. I thought it was definitely going to be $100, but $90 is a really good price for a set like this. You have 6 minifigures, 2 of which are exclusive, Druig and Phastos, and then the other 4 come in other sets. Icarus comes in 2 other ones, everyone else only comes in 1. You also have 2 Deviants included. We have the just generic Deviant here, and then the main villain. His name is Crow, and I'm really impressed with the caliber of the Deviants, the Domo ship, and just the minifigures in general. This is probably my favorite set of the line, just because there's so much here for such a fair price. Let's take a look at all 6 of those minifigures first, the 2 Deviants, and then finally the build of that ship. Before we start with the minifigures, I just wanted to say that none of the characters will have accessories or weapons. All of those are stored at some point inside the ship, so if you want them, you have to remove them from there. However, it does come with a selection of the orange Power Blast pieces, and one of mine actually came broken, bent really weird, which is kind of odd. I've never had that before, but with that out of the way, let's take a look at, I think, my favorite Eternal minifigure, Phastos. He was one of my favorite characters from the actual movie. And I just love the robe design here. The coloring of the purple is just so great, and it mixes it very well with dark blue. Love the Eternal designs there as well. Great facial print as well, and then spinning him around. You can see he's got a very nice angry expression there with some really cool back printing. Just a great minifigure. Love his robes, and very accurate as well. Just great they didn't give him a terrible facial print. And again, that printing is gorgeous. He also is exclusive to the set. Druig is the only other exclusive character in this set, and he's also kind of the most bland of all the Eternals. I do love his suit. The black and the red is really nice, and I'm looking forward to reusing that for customs. However, his facial print is the most basic print you could ever get, as is his hairpiece. Although it's also the hairpiece he is for my sig fig, so we're not going to talk about that. Feet printing as per usual for all the Eternals. And then on the back here, he's just got upset expression. I mean, it's the Draco Malfoy face. We've seen this all the time. And some really nice kind of techie red printing on the back of there. Really great minifigure. I mean, honestly, his clothes are great. I'm just underwhelmed by his face. So I don't know how I didn't realize this at the time of recording, but not only was I really underwhelmed by this face, it's the same face they used for Shang-Chi. Hold up. Hang on. So think about it. They think that an older Asian male looks like this gentleman right here. Like, Shang-Chi and Druig look nothing alike. There are literally no similarities between the two characters whatsoever, and yet LEGO thought they looked similar enough to merit giving them an identical facial print. If y'all don't see an issue with that, there's a problem. Next, we have the inaccurate Icarus. His hair and face are not great, but his clothes are fantastic. If you want a more detailed look at this figure or ideas on how to fix him, please check out my earlier reviews. But he does appear in 3 other sets. Got an angry face on the back, some great back printing. He honestly is a pretty good minifigure done off concept art. I just wish they had been able to fix his face and hair for the actual production of the sets. Here we have Circe. She previously appeared in the In Ereshim Shadow set. I love her printing. However, her face is a reuse from the Shang-Chi sets, so not sure how I feel about that one. Not the best. Her hairpiece is great, though. I love the green designs. I think her printing there is phenomenal. On the back, you can see she's got a much more happy face that does not fit her character at all. Do not like that alternate face. And some very nice printing there. Pretty basic. If you want a more detailed look at her, make sure to check out the In Ereshim Shadow review. Next, we have Thena. Thena also appeared in the $25 Deviant Ambush set. She looks great here. Her facial print is a reuse from Mantis Bellatrix, but I think it works for Angelina Jolie, specifically because of those cheekbones. Great minifigure. Love the robe printing there. Very nice blonde hair. On the back, she's got a very nice angry expression, which is very accurate to when she's fighting Crow, so I actually really like this reuse print. This is one of the few times where I'm like, yes, no need for a new facial print. This one works perfect. Really great printing. Again, she appeared in the $25 set, along with the very next figure, who is probably my favorite behind Phastos. Yeah, definitely looking at Makari's printing, she is my favorite behind Phastos. I love the red and gray. It mixes incredibly well to make a very nice suit, and the continuity between the legs and the torso works fantastically as well. Also, it helps that she's a brand new exclusive hairpiece. I'm really hoping to see this pop up more often because it's a great textured hairpiece, and I would love for it to be more accessible for people to make customs of themselves and other characters. Her facial expression is great. She's got a smiling face here, and on the other side, she's got a more frowning, upset, quizzical face. Really love that back printing as well. A great minifigure, super detailed and super accurate. And again, that hairpiece just really works in my opinion. All right, so this set includes two deviants. We have the main deviant, the villain named Crow, and then we have an unnamed deviant monster. So let's start with Crow because he is the named one. This character is fantastic. First off, the best part about him, his hand here is actually able to grasp a minifigure. Whoop, he can fall over though. There we go. So he's actually able to hold Thena like he did in both the trailers and the movie. So it's a very nice design there, and I'm really appreciative that we actually have that play feature. His other hand is much smaller. You can't really hold too much with it. The stickers here are used with actually, I think, really good effect. He's got some very nice stickers across the chest and on the legs there, and then one on each of his wrists, so there's two right there. And then he's just covered in like spikes and designs, very reminiscent of the Groot character from the very first Guardians movie. And I also love this printed headpiece. That is a solid one piece right there, and that is printed, not stickered. Looks great and very accurate to what he has in the movie. However, because of the way they did this, you can't rotate it. I don't know why. I think this would have been so much better if you had used one of the blue Technic pins, so you could have rotate the head. I don't know why they chose to do red there. I think it would have been a really easy fix to just make the head rotatable. Again, I don't know why they chose to go that route. Other than that, though, I don't have too much to say about Crow. He looks very accurate to his on-screen counterpart. I love the color scheme, and just the fact that he's covered in tentacles and different spikes makes him just look so menacing. The other deviant we have is an unnamed one. This one is kind of similar to the $25 set. We got two of these printed eyepieces, one on each side. The rest of the stuff here is going to be stickers. There's a ton of different tendrils moving up here. There's like a whole group of them. You can position them pretty much wherever you want. There's a posable tail. This tail falls off super easily, just a heads up, but I don't really care about that. The legs are kind of comical. The whole deviant looks great, and then you just get these really skinny like ankles. I don't know why they decided to go the skinny route there, but you have like full posability in the legs, some more stickers there, different tendrils. I like the feet designs. The claws are nice and they're very good for posing and gripping. This guy looks very menacing. And his bottom jaw is actually two individual pieces here, not one solid jaw. Not the biggest fan of that, but it still works. I mean, I'm not really going to play with the deviants that much. They're mostly just going to go on display in a really cool battle scene. So this works 100% for that. I just love the way this head also, you can move it up and down. It's on one of those hinges, so it's a little rocky movement, not as fluid, but it works especially for posing. And this deviant, the best part about it is the way it's made. The joints are all incredibly solid, so you can actually get kind of upward poses if you can balance it. The legs are not going to collapse in on themselves, and you can get something like that. I call this the frog deviant because he really does look like a frog, especially when you position him like this. But other than that, don't have too much to say. I'd say this is probably my third favorite deviant behind Crow. Where's Crow? Crow and the $25 one. And they all look great on display together. Some really great monsters here. But without further ado, let's get rid of these guys and move on to the actual build of the ship, the Domo itself. The Dorito ship here is fascinating. It's one of the strangest Lego ships I've ever seen, but it's also just phenomenal. So the front of the ship is right here, and it's built using one of these, I'm not even sure what it is, like a snowplow piece to kind of get the triangular shape. And then going all the way around, we just have so many different kind of designs for pieces, stickers. All of them are going to be stickers. There aren't really any prints here. And it just uses two doors to close up this triangle, then some more pieces, some more stickers, some more doors, and we just get back around to the front again. On the top, all of these small circles, those are stickers. The big ones, the discs, those are prints. There are two stud shooters up there. If you don't know how those work, simply press on it and it launches the stud. Don't want to lose those, so we'll take those away. And that's pretty much everything for the exterior of the ship. It's really solid. Nothing here is going to fall apart. Like, it's a really solid ship, surprisingly, considering it's such a strange shape. I love the angles, though. They really got this to work perfectly. Now, the ship does open in several ways. First way is you open it by pulling that up, then you get access to the interior here, and then you can lift both of these two panels, and then the walls here come down and fold out, and then this also lifts up inside, and so you have so much space in here. There's also all of the Eternals' weapons are stored in here. We have Thena's staff, we have one of Gilgamesh's gloves. On this side, we have a generic sword, and then a generic gold weapon as well. We have a coffee maker, there's a chair, a video game controller, two microphones, a metal detector, a crowbar, and a black umbrella. That's pretty much all there is for that section. Over here, we have a little escape pod ship you can put a minifigure in. Don't really know why that needs to exist. There's nothing else really here. It's just a spot to hold that escape hatch in. In the front here, that is the cockpit. There's a little tiny computer screen there, and room for one minifigure along some stickers on the sides there. On the bottom, on the floor here, there's a ton more of those really nice stickered circle tiles. There's actually a micro version of Aeroshin there holding a minifigure. Assuming that's probably going to be Ajax, but we don't really know. I wish they would have cast that character in blue instead of white. Very, very neat design for Aeroshin, though. You can barely see, but yeah, there he is. And then on this side, you have a very, very unique design for some kind of gold mechanism. Honestly, I'm gonna be serious. I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but there's a ton of really nice gold pieces here, and a lantern and a sextant, and the Wakandan warrior rings recast in gold. I don't know what's going on there. It's very interesting, though. And then the best part about this is every single Eternal, all 10 of them, can fit inside this ship. There's so much standing room here. There's sitting room that this quadrant, in this quadrant, back here as well. And when you kind of fold everything up, you can see there's still a ton of walkways to get between each individual section. And there's enough room in there to actually have a minifigure standing when you close it, or even sitting. And it's just a very, very nice ship. I love that you can fit everyone in it. It's incredibly compact, and it's very accurate to the movie. While it's not as big as it should be, it's still the exact same shape, and it's got all the designs and colors. And it's just a really, really remarkable design for a ship. Probably one of my favorites in the Marvel line, just because it's so unique and we've never seen anything like it before. Also, it helps that it's so accurate and just has so much in it. It's got weapons and tools for all the Eternals. It's got lounge areas. It's got space for all of them. I'm just really impressed with what we have here. And then to close it, you just kind of close everything up. And once again, you have the Dorito ship, and that's pretty solid. Really not much else to say about it. I will say the amount of stickers was ridiculous, and it was a bit of a pain to kind of get the orientation right for all the circles. You don't necessarily have to pay attention to that, but like, there were so many stickers. I don't really have too much else to say about the build here. It's just phenomenal. It looks gorgeous. I'm just going to take a look at the box and the manual real quick, and then we'll bounce back for the final verdict. Here's the box, and again, the Eternals is some of the best box art I've ever seen. I love the art there, kind of how you have the mix of space and the erupting volcano. It's just so cool. The action poses from all the characters is phenomenal. I love the just group shot right there. I don't know how that bothers me. And I also love the Lego-ized style of all the characters on the side flap here. And on the back of the box, let's flip this around, you get a very nice picture of the ship kind of landed, open with all the Eternals walking through, some pictures of the interior, and of course the Deviants kind of running to attack. Again, like most Eternal sets, great box, no complaints from me. Here's the instruction manual. It's got the same cover art, Wind Pirate on the back, like all the other Eternal stuff. Pretty expansive parts list. I mean, it's got over 1,000 pieces, so you kind of need that. Then an advertisement for the other sets of the Wave, and then nothing else. Pretty simple instruction manual. Overall, like every other Eternal set, I'm going to have to rate this a solid 10 out of 10. This line in general has been the best I think LEGO has ever put forth for a movie. You get every single main character. All of the minifigures, barring Icarus, are 100% accurate and have incredible amounts of detail. The villains look perfect and they're all represented. I love Crow. He looks great, and all the other Deviants are perfect. The Domo ship is a triangle, and it's got all the right stickers, designs, prints, and space. And this is just an excellent set that has everything you need to reenact every scene from the movie. And kudos to LEGO for actually getting a theme that has everything in it. Normally, when you're looking at a Marvel line, there's a couple sets that are kind of like, weird, or there's parts of sets that are kind of like, this isn't great. I literally have no flaws with the set. The only thing I don't like is the amount of stickers included. Everything else is perfect. The set is aesthetically pleasing, and I'm just in love with it. Please make sure to leave your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think of the theme overall? I think buying all 4 sets is honestly well worth your money. You get 5 awesome Deviants, 10 unique characters, a couple of duplicates here and there, some great builds, and it's really just a phenomenal theme, a sub-theme rather, and I'm really looking forward to LEGO Marvel's future, because if LEGO takes this level of dedication and accuracy and applies it to other sets, I'm super excited to see what we might get in the future. Please leave your thoughts about this in the comment section down below, guys. Like I said, I really want to hear from you. And that being said, if you made it this far, you really are awesome. I know this has been a very long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the very next video. And we'll talk to the fantastic and safe rest of your day.